Hi, I'm here today with Alasdair and I'm just going to introduce you to him in a second. Alasdair had a business whose many people's livelihood depended upon. However, one of his main clients went bust and as a result, Ali's business faced extinction. However, Ali connected with myself and we managed to turn things around. Alasdair, what was the immediate difference that you felt after working with me?
Immediately I was made aware of the fact that my thinking was in a bad place, a bad position, that I was really getting sucked into a wrong frame of mind on a pretty much continuous basis.
So how quickly working with me did your life start to turn around?
And I suppose working with you, in a sense, kind of just snapped me out of that.
And can you just give us a bit of background to what had happened?
And I'd built my business up for about 8 years, from scratch, from just myself and one other person up to maybe 45 or 50 people. The credit crunch or the recession was taking a toll, it had taken a late toll on us. All in one summer, it really changed. At a certain point, we just ended up with drop in sales, rising costs. The team that I had around about me were proving to be not as strong as I thought they were. And then our main customer went bust. And basically overnight, one day they were there, and almost straight away they went bust live on Sky TV. And I knew in my mind that they owed us far too much money for us to possibly survive. At that point, it was the weight of the world was pretty much on my shoulders. People to support, I had a whole workforce, a team of staff, who some of them were really close. Well, I'd worked very closely with them and had a huge responsibility for their welfare and their livelihood as well. So we just spent a whole summer working out a new direction for the business, new divisions, new product ranges, and all of a sudden, almost in an instant, it wasn't going to happen. It was over.
So Alasdair, what changes were you able to make to your life and your work practices?
I remember we had a lunch meeting, and at that time, I really wasn't seeing anything positively at all. It was I was actually looking for something else to do, and I think at the time you did remind me of certain things that I probably didn't know were maybe skill sets of mine or I'd forgotten. And I think within a week, I think there was a bit of an immediate smack to the head. Just wake up. This isn't as bad as what you think. There's always a silver lining to what you do. Probably by the next weekend, I had an exact plan of what to do, what I wanted to achieve, and I'd probably been forgetting about that. I'd probably been letting the tail wag the dog to a certain extent, and just changed my whole thinking.
What practical changes did you make at work?
Well, immediately to my life, a sense of relief, I suppose. Business isn't really meant to be. It's meant to be stressful, but it should be a good stress. And that wasn't what I was carrying. It was a real negative stress. And I dropped that immediately, and probably then embraced an excitement that I hadn't actually had in business for a while, which was the feeling of just turning something around, making it just happening. Lots of short-term plans, working really closely with the good guys, my team, and just seeing immediate result.
So what was the results of that?
We streamlined everything. We changed the whole management team. We probably cut the business in half or more. And I think my leadership strengthened almost overnight. I just went to work one day and I think after I spent probably a week thinking about it all, spoke to you a few times, you emailed a few things over, on the spur of the moment as well. And from that, I just went into work one day and it was just decision time. This is what we're doing, this is what we've got to do. Who's in, who's out, and that was it. Business, well, results are strong business, still there with a much, much fresher go-ahead team. Money in the bank, as opposed to a bank overdraft. We just cut out anything that was going to be debt intensive, and that meant a cash positive situation. And that's probably one of the biggest things. It relieves everyone's pressure.
So, what would you say to other people in a similar situation? What would your advice be?
Phone Debbie Beattie. Probably be quite honest about where you're at, and if you're where I was, then you've forgotten where you want to be. And in that situation, probably follow what advice is given, questioning what your visions are, what your expectations are, what your life ambitions are, because that is actually what it's all about.
Thanks, Alasdair. What an amazing story, and I'm sure it resonates with many of us. If you would like to make some radical life changes or business changes, then please do get in touch and let us help you help yourself.